If you're someone who's struggling with thinning edges and shedding hair, you're going to want to stick around to hear my story on why I decided to cut off my hair and start over with Natural Hair Journey. Hi, I'm Nurse Princess, and you are in great hands with me. So today, I want to talk a little bit about how I went from that, which is longer hair, to me cutting off my hair and starting over all over again. So actually, it happened started this transition, I want to say late 2024. What happened was I had braids in my hair. I was doing a quote unquote protective style, and I had the braids in my hair for a while. And so what I was doing was I was washing my hair while the braids was in. And every time, for some reason, I always forget that my hair cannot handle when I do that, especially when I've used a relaxer in my hair prior to that, because my hair starts shedding while the braids are in. So what I ended up doing was I washed my hair, but then when I took out my braids, I forgot that I had done that, right? Well, not I forgot, but I forgot what it causes, right? So I took out my braids, and when I took out my braids, I, obviously combed it through and everything like that. But when I went to wash it, what I didn't do, right? I used the shampoo first, but instead I probably should have used a conditioner to get all of to loosen up my hair, right? And to get all of the strands that was stuck out. Because what I did, the opposite of that was I washed my hair with shampoo, and it created all those knots in my hair, right? So then it was impossible for me to even manage, right? So I actually had to end up just cutting it off for that reason in and of itself. But also, after I had my third child, I've had struggling with my edges for years, especially since I was getting my hair braided and stuff like that. But what actually happened was after my third child, I ended up having like a whole patch of hair on this side. And I literally at that moment thought that I was going to need to go get a hair transplant. But what ended up happening was I needed to give my edges a rest. So cutting my hair was probably the best thing I could have done, because trying to style it and trying to keep putting things in my hair and braiding my hair and manipulating my hair was only making it worse. It was only making the shedding worse. So if you're somebody who has trouble with thinning edges or hair or tresses, or your hair is shedding, I don't know if you are up to like cutting your hair, but I could tell you that it worked for me. It worked for me in the sense that it rests my edges. And so you're not manipulating your hair, and you're not putting any extra tension on your hair. Because that's another thing. I was struggling with something called tension alopecia. So my hair, my edges literally cannot tolerate too much tension. So if you're somebody that your edges, you can't tolerate a lot of tension on your edges, then you probably need to like create a style where you can rest your edges in a sense. Like you're not going to put anything tight on your hair or put anything tight on your edges. So that's how I would recommend you go about it, because that's pretty much how I was able to successfully grow back in the majority of my edges. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I get tempted to put braids in my hair, and then I just remember, and it's not like you can't, but it's just like not everybody knows how to do it to where they don't pull on your hair, right? And then it's just the way you style it too. So every time I think about putting braids in my hair, I just think about, number one, how painful it is the first couple of days and how much it hurts sometimes. Two, and I don't like my head to be feeling like uncomfortable. I just don't like it. It's so much more freeing when I just have my hair like this and I'm not like, nothing's like pulling on my edges. But if you're what I was saying was, every time I think about getting braids, I say to myself, I start to think about the edges and how putting tension on my edges is just going to make the problem worse. So I basically just stop doing that. I'm not going to do that for now. And what I'm going to do is just give my edges a rest and just keep washing it, keep putting oils on it, and hope that, and also maybe I could start taking some vitamins too to see if it'll help. But just to try to see if it could you know, fully grow back in. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, comment, and tell me about your hair journey as well.
What?
Thank you.